Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about a simple technique to hack a woman's mind. So one of the first things that I want to discuss, and it's super important, and it is this, okay? If a woman has zero attraction for you, there's very little you can do to change that woman's mind about you. If she's not attracted to you out of the gate or has some kind of interest in you, then there's no amount of attraction techniques that you can do. She will never be attracted to you because that's just how she is. For whatever reason, that particular woman is not attracted to you. So you can only really get into a woman's head really seriously if she already has some kind of attraction for you, okay? So I'm not saying that this is going to be like a foolproof way of doing things to be able to get any woman to think about you and wonder about you. Now, of course, you can try it out just in case, because you're not always going to be aware. You're not always going to be 100% sure if a woman likes you or not. Especially if she's kind of on the fence. She kind of thinks you're quite cute, but is not 100% interested in you. It's much more easier to tell if a woman is really, really into you. Because those kinds of women just make it really easy. They're always around you. They're DMing you. They're trying to get your attention. And it's just a lot easier, basically, to get those kinds of women to chase after you and pursue you because they're already into you, right? So there's very little things you actually need to do on your part for those kinds of women. But there are also those women that are sort of on the fence that could be tipped towards being attracted to you, but also tipped towards not liking you at all, and their attraction could drop to zero. Okay, so what is this technique then? What can you do to get a woman to think about you, and to get into her head and to hack her mind, so to speak? So what you want to do is, especially if there's a woman that you know physically, right? You can't really do this on a woman that maybe you've only been chatting to online on a forum or something. So it's got to be a woman that you know, maybe at your workplace, or a woman that you go to school with, depending on your life circumstances and how old you are and where you are now in life, okay? So basically the approach is this. So you approach, you flirt, and then you walk away. That's the key. That's the key way of doing this. And what's great about this is that if a woman's interested in you, if you followed that formula, she will more than likely start putting herself into your orbit and chasing you. So this can be a very lazy way to get into a woman's mind without actually doing that much, okay? And it's very, very simple and very, very easy. The only thing I will say, though, is that you need to have a good level of confidence in yourself. If you've got a lot of anxiety, then you may not come across in the way that you hope to, because you're anxious and the nervousness might just be written all over your face. And women tend to be more attracted to guys that have a lot more confidence. But you can sort of pretend that you're confident, even though on the inside you might be quaking in your boots, basically. But this is how you do it, okay? So let's firstly talk about approach, okay? So obviously this is very simple. You just go up to the woman that you find attractive, and the woman that you want to get into her head, right? So you go up to it. That's the first thing. Very, very simple. You approach her, okay? But you have to approach her, okay? You have to go up to her. It's better to do this in person. So the next part of that formula is to flirt. Now, you don't necessarily have to be explicit. In fact, it's better if you're not explicit when you're flirting with her, right? So something explicit would be talking to, putting too much innuendo in it, right? You're making it too sexual, okay? So, for example, if you go up to a woman and you just start staring at her boobs and saying that, oh my God, your rack is amazing, love, that sort of thing. You want to sort of be a bit more subtle about it, right? So what you do is, you don't have to necessarily stand there for ages and flirt with her and say loads of lines that maybe you've learned from a pickup artist, or say anything explicit. All you really need to do is go up to her and say something very genuine about how she makes you feel. So it could be something like, when you look at her, you actually whoa, you find her breathtaking. So what you do is you go up to her and you just simply say something like, wow, I just want to come up to you and say that you are absolutely breathtaking to look at, okay? And that's all you have to say. Okay, you only need to say something small like that, but something that you genuinely feel. And because you genuinely feel it and it's a genuine compliment and not sort of some sort of like phony, fake thing, like you actually think she's really breathtaking, but you're going up in there and you're complimenting just something like her nails or her hair or something, or the handbag that she's got. It has to be an authentic compliment, okay? Because if you're faking it and you're saying something else because you're worried about coming on too strong, you're showing a lack of confidence, and she's going to be able to sense that. But if you go up to her and say, wow, you're just absolutely breathtaking, the next thing that you do is this. You don't even have to wait for her to say anything to you. All you have to say is, anyway, that's just all I wanted to say. I hope you have a really great day. And then you go on about your business and you walk away from her, okay? So that's the last point, which is to walk away. You're not hanging around. You're not trying to have a conversation with her, okay? And this will make her think about you because you've walked away. That's how the hack works. Because if she's a really beautiful woman, then she gets loads of people going up to her and complimenting her all day anyway. But what makes you different, and what makes you stand out, and what's going to make her think about you is that you didn't hang around like a creep or a stalker. You didn't try to get her phone number. You didn't try to do anything. You just went up to her, gave her a genuine compliment, yeah, and then you walked away. That's all you did. You didn't do anything else, and that makes you appear different, okay? So now if she wants your attention and if she likes you, what you'll find is that she will start putting herself into your orbit. So if this is a woman that, say, that you work with or you go to school with, what you'll find is that if she likes you as well and she is interested in you and the hack has worked, she will start approaching you and coming up to you or being around you. And what you might see out of the corner of her eye, she might be like adjusting how she's looking, she's playing with her hair, and she's basically wanting to get your attention again. And basically, if you notice that she's getting closer to you and she's putting herself in your orbit, all you have to do then is say something like, hey, it's good to see you again, how you doing? Something like that. And then maybe she'll come up to you and start talking to you, and that's when you can get her phone number, her Facebook information, her Snapchat, WhatsApp, whatever, okay? But as you can see, it's good because you're just putting that invitation out there by giving her that compliment. And then you're checking to see if she's interested, because if she is, she'll start putting herself in your orbit and trying to be around you. And it may be that she's not like completely close to you. It might be that she's just 2 meters away from you. But if you can see that she may be looking at you from the corner of your eye, and she's sort of like twirling her hair and she's trying to get herself into your like line of sight, right? That's her way of saying like, hey, I'm here again. Come and speak to me. And if you notice her, then look at her and say, hey, how are you doing? Hope you having a great day. Nice to see you again. And then have a chat with her and get her contact information. And that's basically how you will hack into her mind. But it's all about just going up to her, being brave enough, giving her that authentic compliment, but then not sticking around. You're walking away from her. And that's a great lazy way that you can find out if a woman has interest in you, because if she does, she will try to put herself around you, and you'll notice that she's doing those body language cues that I've already discussed, and then you can then get her contact information. But it's a good way to test a woman's interest in you, okay? And if she doesn't like you for whatever reason, at least you were a kind person and you went up to her, gave her a genuine compliment, and she probably really liked the fact that you did that. It's all about when you go up and approach a woman, you shouldn't always have the intent of, oh, I really want to sleep with this woman, or I really want to get in her pants, or I really want a relationship with her. I'm trying to do these things because I want to get something out of it. What you should, the mindset that you should have, and the intention that you should have, the intention is you're just going up to a woman to make her feel good, right? To compliment her, to spread joy and kindness, right? So that's what a good authentic compliment will do, especially if you're coming from the right place. So you kind of got this unattached attitude towards it as well. You're unattached to how she's actually going to respond, because you know that if she likes you, she's going to try and put herself in your orbit, and if not, it doesn't matter, because maybe you're going up to other women and you're talking to other women, or you've got other women that you're interested in. But also when you do this, make sure that the other women don't see you doing the same thing to all the other women. Because let's say you go to work and you're at like a party function at work and you're going up to all the women doing the same thing. That's not a good idea. You don't want to do this in front of other women. Obviously you still want to be able to do it, but just make sure that the other women don't see, because it will make her feel less special if she sees that you're doing it to everyone else, and then she'll be like, oh, it's just a line that he just says to every woman, and then she won't be interested in you. So make sure that you kind of do this a bit secretively, and make sure the other women that you do this to are not witnessing what you're doing. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like more tips, then I highly recommend that you go and get my book, Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams. And basically you can find this on my website for free. You can just read it for free on the website. You don't need to sign up, you don't need to log in. It's just there on the website. You just got to click on the tab that says the book, the link that says the book, and it'll take you right to a PDF reader on the website, and you can read it there. And it's under 100 pages as well, so you won't be spending hours and hours reading. It will just maybe like a one afternoon you might be able to get through this whole thing. And if you want a physical copy, it's available on Amazon, and so is the Kindle version too. The physical copy is a bit more expensive just because Amazon prints it, and I wanted to make it worth it if people actually did want to buy the book. And it's got a nice discreet spine, so if you do get a physical copy, it'll look nice on your bookshelf, and no one will know if you've got a dating book, if that's something that you might be a bit insecure about when you bring women back to your house, or your friends, or whatever it may be. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like coaching with me as well, and you'd like help with a very specific situation, then please go to the same website, www.christineloveridge.com, where you can find the book, and click on coaching and pick whichever coaching option works best for you at this current time. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.